Okay, we need to talk about something really important. This could honestly be one of the biggest health discoveries you make this year, especially if you're over 50. We're talking about a pretty serious warning, and it has to do with the way you sleep.
So let me ask you this. Do you ever wake up feeling just off? You know, that heavy feeling in your head, or maybe you're all stuffed up for no reason. Or what about that weird pins and needles feeling in your hands? It's easy to just brush that stuff off, but those could be little signals your body is sending you. And while you might immediately blame it on allergies or maybe a lumpy mattress, what if the real culprit is something much, much simpler? What if it's hidden in the one thing you do for about a third of your entire life, the actual position you sleep in? And that brings us right to the heart of the matter, the horizontal hazard. Let's really break down why sleeping completely flat isn't just a little uncomfortable. It can be a genuine health risk, and this becomes especially true as we get a little older. So check this out. It's kind of fascinating when you think about it. It all comes down to simple physics. During the day, right, we're vertical, sitting up, standing. Gravity is actually our friend. It helps our heart move blood around efficiently. But then, at night, we lie down flat. And suddenly, our body is a horizontal system. And just like that, gravity isn't helping anymore. In fact, our heart now has to fight against a level playing field, which can lead to slower, more stagnant blood flow. So let's go a little deeper. Let's look inside this nightly struggle and get into the science of what's actually happening inside your cardiovascular system when you're lying flat for hours and hours on end. The technical term for this whole process is circulatory stagnation. And really, it's just what it sounds like. It's what happens when your heart is forced to pump blood horizontally all night long. This makes it a lot harder for blood to get back from your brain, which can build up pressure, not just in your head, but through your entire system. And this is where it gets really serious, especially for those of us over 50. This isn't just about feeling a little groggy in the morning. See, as we age, our cardiovascular system naturally changes. Our blood vessels might get a bit less flexible. So when you force a heart that's already working a bit harder to pump against this flat resistance all night long, well, experts warn that this pressure buildup can create a massive stroke risk. Okay, enough with the scary stuff, because after understanding the problem, what we really care about is the solution. And you know what? The fix here is surprisingly simple, and it is incredibly powerful. Let's call it the gravity-assisted solution. And this is it. This is the magic number. I want you to remember this. 15 to 20 degrees. It doesn't sound like much, does it? But that small, gentle elevation is the absolute key to turning your sleep from a nightly struggle into a time of genuine recovery. And here's the beautiful part, why it works so well. By just creating this gentle slope, you're not forcing your body to operate on that flat, difficult plane anymore. You're bringing gravity back into the picture, but this time, it's working for you. It goes from being the enemy to being your ally, helping your circulation all night long. All right, so you're probably thinking, okay, great, but how do I actually do this? Let's make it super practical. Here's your 20-degree fix. Clear, simple steps you can take to start sleeping smarter. I mean, literally tonight. It really just boils down to 3 easy steps. First, try to get comfortable sleeping on your back. That's the best position to get the full benefit of the elevation. Second, create that 15 to 20 degree incline. Super easy to do. You can get a wedge pillow or even just use some sturdy bed risers under the legs at the head of your bed. And third, make sure you're using a good pillow, one with decent cervical support to keep your head and neck aligned. And just remember why you're doing this. The benefits tie right back to all those problems we talked about. Gravity starts helping your circulation again. Your blood flow gets optimized. That constant nightly pressure on your heart is reduced. And the result? Well, you wake up feeling more energetic, clear-headed, and truly refreshed. So, at the end of the day, the real takeaway here is that such a simple, low-cost change can have a massive impact on your health in the long run. Which really just leaves us with one last very important question. Why would you leave your health to chance, night after night, when you can take control, starting tonight?